Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl Becky D, live in the morning. You guys, eventually we'll be going back to 7 days a week, right? You'll like to hear that part of my introduction again. But for right now, it's just gonna be live 5 days a week, and then we'll gradually go back into our weekends. But that doesn't mean the encouragement stops there. Excuse me. Y'all, this weather keeps going up and down. Everybody knows I live on the East Coast and the South, so I should be used to it by now. But my poor little behind ain't used to none of that. It gets me every single time. So this morning, I will hopefully be able to go in and drink some tea or something and get my throat settled as far as being, you know how you get your, just cold in your throat and stuff like that. Just got to get that fixed. But talking about being used to adjustments, there are some of us out here who should be used to adjustments and making adjustments and transformation and stuff like that. But in all actuality, we're not used to it yet. We're not. Even though our jobs called for us to be somewhat flexible and have all these other things attached to it, we're not able to fully be flexible yet. We're not used to the concept. So now that poses the question for you, why not? What is it about needing to be flexible in a position or in a situation is the difficult part for you? Sometimes things are planned out and they don't go to plan. If you have made it to year number 10 in your life, you should already know that. You should know that sometimes in your life, things is not going to be quite the way you want them to be. That's not due to anything in particular. It's just due to hardcore, solid facts that, we plan and God laughs because he has the ultimate plan, right? So being that we know what we know about plans, why do we still try to make them and force them to go exactly to plan? One thing that I have been grateful for lately is just kind of coasting and going with the flow. Now, there are small plans that you can make to make sure that you're set up and prepared. But the biggest thing has been for me lately is like, I'm going to go with what I know. I'm not going to force anything to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's not because I didn't put in my full effort. It's because it wasn't supposed to happen at this time. If my book was not released for Black Friday, it wouldn't be because I didn't plan. I planned for it to. It might have been because I didn't put in the work, right? So the thing is, you want to make sure that you are not only planning, but you're putting in the work still, okay? Employers always plans. Now, Black Friday is a great example just because it is coming up. They're planning for a lot. But reality is going to hit them and notice that they need to plan a little more. They can sit here and, have everything going for them. They can say, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to have this zone right here. And we're going to, whatever the case may be and all this other stuff. Y'all know, I don't know all the store lingo. And they're going to have, 75% of their staff in stores just in case. They're going to, let them know, hey, we're going to feed you. We're going to treat you right. We're going to give you all the great amenities that you need to make sure that you can stay here and help us make a profit. Right? But how many times does that work for Walmart? How many people have still been trampled on? How many TVs have still been broken? And it becomes a costly ordeal. But I remember growing up with a store called Kmart. I don't know if it's still active in some of these states or not. And they had blue light specials. Okay. And it wasn't on Black Friday, it wasn't on Christmas, and it wasn't on that. They did it on those days, but it wasn't just those days. They had random days, and then they had specific days set up. And I remember as a kid going into the store, and we walked in on a blue light special. Now, I think my mom planned that. I knew she knew what was going on. But you had to go to where the blue light was flashing at and go, get the deal. Now, then there was still some people who, kind of push and shove to get the product that they wanted. But it was never as drastic as we make things today. So, with that being said, why are we not more understanding and flexible with the ways of today as though we were 10, 15 years ago? We were able to have a great in-store sale with just a flashing blue light to let you know where the sale was at. But now we got to push, we have to shove, we have to trample over people. And I'm not just talking about shopping. In everything we do in life, we're pushing someone, we're trampling over someone, we're trying to move them out the way to get to our way. Instead of saying, hey, are you going this way? Can I help you along this way? One of the things that I'm constantly seeking is for a very good mentor in my many different businesses. I found a few, but notice I said I wanted a very good mentor, okay? I found ones that use a lot of shortcuts and, tries to get over on people and stuff like that. I don't want that. I want someone who's very good, very honest. And understands that flexibility is a must. Okay? I'm a very professional person, and that's the way I like to keep it. So, if I'm professional and flexible, you're more than likely like me, and want to use my business and my services. But if I am not neither one of those things, you would talk about me. You would make sure that you talk down to me. And then I become one of those people who start to use you for capital gain. And then we go on from there. And now I am just using you to get you to, tell your friends about me, but I'm not going to give them great product nor a great service. But because I'm flexible and I understand everybody's situation, I understand that people are going through more than just what they lead us on to believe. I try to make sure I accommodate everybody. And so should you. So with that being said, I'm going to be flexible today. More flexible than I've been in a very long time. But I challenge you to do the same. As always, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning. You guys, please enjoy this week, enjoy this morning, and let's start the week off great, okay? You got this. We all got this. And we will all keep it on.